Okay.
And then just like movements like now it's like your edge in line with the shoe.
Yeah. What was it like?
First thing I'm gonna start with is a little bit of hair fighting from the collar tie. So if we both have the collar tied here, typically this is like, you know, we're in a decent position when we're tied. We don't really want to hang out too long because we're just gonna get covering on each other's heads for a really long time, right? It gets pretty stagnant. So what we're gonna start to do is I'm gonna step out the kind of left as I sink my arm underneath. Here, and I get my
Techniques.
When I do this motion, I'm not just jamming my arms through because I'm gonna get stuck on the elbow. I'm like rolling my shoulder to the inside and lower my level slightly here. Then as I get the fingers, I want to step with my foot in which and open.
Okay.
So we're just gonna start here. Collar tie, I'm gonna step. Underhook, step to the center. And now from here, I want to keep this hand loaded and ready to connect my hand for a moment. And then from here, we're just gonna get here, get some practice with this for right now, and then I finish. So one last side. Double collar tie, I'm gonna step to the outside, lift my shoulder, and if somebody has a really strong collar tie as well, what I can do here is pop just open as I step. So you can play with that as well. So if somebody has like a really strong collar tie, like shoot, lock, and I'm zipping my shoulder up and under, and then immediately taking center down. 1, 2, 1, go. Under 1, 2. I'm just gonna add a little bit to the end. So from here, if I need to, I can chop and step, stay close, stay straight on hook, or I can just start to open and dip my shoulder. It's really important that I'm lowering my level as you're coming here. And now from here, one thing I was explaining to the group was I'm trying to stay safe and avoid things like an Ichimaya, right? Because I want to play this underhook as a whole position persistent as right? I don't just want to have one move. Yeah. So the thing is keeping it the safest is the fact that I like skill lift. For him to do attacks from the overhook, he needs to have this head position. So I want to keep myself safe and keep this block. So now from here, I'm going to reach for this body lock without dropping my head. I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to keep my leg in place to hold his leg here. And then I'm just going to do this with my arms. I'm not going to do a big swinging motion where we're going to get disconnected. I'm just going to pivot my arms here. And if he doesn't let go, he's going to fall, or he's going to have to let go of his overhook and post here. Once we get here, I want you guys to just think about putting this shoulder out top. And then we'll work from this with the sheep out.
Yeah.
So from here, open, underhook, maintaining the center position, body lock, keeping my head on the same side shoulder. And then from here, I'm bringing this elbow down and this elbow up and rotating him around my leg. Then I'm going shoulder on top. So I'm pushing the shoulder down and just pulling this up a bit. Okay? Any questions? One more time. So I'm stepping and opening, maintaining my center. Here, body lock, bringing my elbow up and rotating him around the bed. Hold on the wrist.
Both ways. Same.
So we're going to work another attack from the underhook. And this is going to be our answer for when they're starting to back away. So this body lock is a great answer if they're playing hips close and I can get hip shape. But if their hips are a little bit further back and I feel like I just can't make this reach, we can start to like go around towards the back rather than going straight through. So what I'm going to do here is a throw back. So I'm going to do a couple things at once. I'm going to step across myself. I'm going to reach for his hip. And I'm going to use my arm like I'm throwing a baseball. So I'm coming 1, 2, 3.
2.
Okay. One thing that really helped me when I was learning this move is I'm thinking about pivoting my body around my hip. Like that's kind of what I'm spinning around. So I'm here. Stand square for each other. Stepping across and reaching, and then I'm throwing my arm. Here. And then back in right.
I got to go.
This is especially great on the Jitsu people because nobody wants to play like all the way up to your steps, right? So everyone wants to pull back so they come to back. So from here, I'm gonna step, reach, and throw at the same time, but you can break it down into steps. So step, reach for the hip, then I'm gonna throw here. If you end up on the same side, that's okay. But I want you guys to practice getting like enough momentum for you not hot to keep your watch so it's a little bit easier. Step, reach, throw. See how I'm like rotating around my own arm? That's gonna really help you like practice getting all of those movements to work together. So, any questions so far? What was that? So you guys can start the ending of key to save a little bit of time.
Got me.
1
I'll let you
step, hip, throw.
take that one.
Okay. And when I'm gonna connect my hands with your launch in different folders of the oils.
Copies.
Question.
Yeah.
When you're putting the hand on the hip, are you pulling the hip as you're doing your motion, or is it mainly just to hold it while you're doing a sheesh?
It's just there so I can body wash it. I'm not actually touching.
Okay, got it.
If I wanted to, I could even use the same movement to attack a single leg,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
right? So it's really just a placeholder for like,
But here.
like I'm not grabbing it, I'm just kind of like
See.
ready for my next.
Doesn't you?
Cool.
Go. Go.
Andre, what's it?
That's kind of stick.
So this will kind of use in for the next couple weeks, so I have plans. So stand-up based in like underhooks and overhooks. For me, when I first started learning wrestling, was just like 6 years ago. I've been about floor for life, right? Like 10 years. Like terrified. Absolutely terrified. I wouldn't leave. So what helped me to learn stand-up and feel confident on my feet was learning specific places where I knew where I was going, right? So I knew I had moves from an underhook. I knew I had moves from a flying rock. I knew I had moves from a over. So I felt comfortable, like, okay, as long as I get here, I'll be okay, right? So we're gonna be working a lot of those like basic, like micro systems there. Then I want to work some split squat match.
This would
So, can we wind up? We're gonna start in a split squat here. If I can, I'll avoid them having a worse like a hook. So I'm gonna show you that, and I'm gonna sit here. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach for that head. If I reach for the head like this, I'm vulnerable to floor bars. So I really don't like doing this unless I want to counter at floor bar heads. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grip the top of the head and keep him close. Right? If he extends really far, it's gonna be hard to be able to pull up to the bottom. You know, especially like if he wants to stand back up. He extends and it kicks me away, and now I'm stacked up. So I want to initiate some sort of pressure on his full body. So I'm here, I collect the head, and here the first thing I want to do is head and ankle. I want to start pulling him in, right? So he's either going to grip onto my leg and try to go kick guard, or he's going to try to push you.
yeah. Push it tight.
Right? So I'm going to use both of those motions to start the outside knees. So whether he grips my leg or pushes me away, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step my left foot right by his shoulder. I'm gonna stand up, pause here, keeping both of my grips the same. I'm gonna pull my knee to my chest and circle for the inside. Okay. So when I step my foot back down, I don't want to land in the young belly because it can be against the mouth. Very easily here. I want to step just a little bit below and angle my hip twist. Ready? So again, up here, with the top of the head, you're gonna step my foot by your shoulder.
Two.
Here, hold my knees and chest, and then so I don't want to kick back. Keep your head back. Catch it back, and you're gonna get stuck here. And then I'm super off balance and something and grab my leg beat.
Toss the weapon.
So when I'm here, I'm gonna keep this grip, step, lift up, and I'm putting all my weight in this leg, so this leg becomes weight. Right? So I'm putting 1, 2, and all at the same time, I'm lifting his head up. So bring your legs to the ceiling.
Wow.
His legs can come really high with his head going like this. I lift, head, legs to back. Right? So I don't have the set as high if my lift is head high. So I'm here. Another grip too on the head. It's gonna be easier to lift his head because I kind of build it like a football, right? I have like more purpose. Then in my split squat, here, grip the top of the head. I'm pulling him in, I'm annoying it, right? If he grips onto my leg, I step in, start to lift. I shift my weight onto my other leg, pin my knee to my chest. I circle to the waist, I keep sweating. So I'm just circling around, and then notice where my foot is. It's not quite at his hip, it's at his thigh here, right? And then from here, however you want, you can just land inside your toe. Perfect. Any questions? Okay. Let's rotate. Good. Squatting the sit. So I'm in my split squat. I reach for the head, I keep them close. Then I step towards the shoulder, lift, shift my weight, knee to my chest. Circle seeing inside, not pushing his leg down. Cheer. What? Stay full. On three, this is challenge you again to make it hard. He's gonna have a strong reverse deli, right? If he has nothing, I don't really need to do this move at all, right? But if he has a strong hook, it's gonna force him to do this high step really well. So same thing, I have the ankle, the back of the head. When I high step, it rotates here. So when I go to lift my level here, I'm taking his head with me, humbling here. And now a lot of people's first reaction here is gonna start to push on my hips with both distance. Or my knees, whatever. And then from here, I'm gonna start to circle north-south, and I'm gonna pin this knee to the ground here. And now, I need to break his frames. Like, get close to the plane, shit. I can't just like dive into these frames, so you send him over, like, put his seat back with and cover, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this pin, so I keep him on one hip. I'm gonna circle his hand to the inside, and I'm gonna reach down the back of his spine, and then I'm gonna turn my twist. Be really careful with the turn not to break people's wrists. Like, you do it slowly, you make sure their hand slips off. And then like to do this.
You say this a lot.
But I want to focus when I outside pops on removing frames, right? So it's all a game of like, he's trying to put as many frames in my way, and I'm trying to take them out of the way. So he has a strong reverse to Hilo hook, back of the neck, grip on the ankle. I step in, rotate my hand and lift. Knee comes to my chest, rotate through. He starts pushing me away, switch, switch. I go to pin his hip, so that way I have a side. So like that, it's not like both options are available. I might shuffle my hand inside, then I'm gonna turn my hip to clear this other frame.
That's
Okay? You know this hand on the back? One, you can make a fifth, definitely do a bit with that, so I don't want to do that option. But it's also great for you start looking for more south chokes or darcies. Folks, any questions? Cool, let's chat. Love you.